ICPMS cones in Tarvin. Now, ICPMS, inductively coupled plasma mass spectrometry.
Yeah, that's correct, mass specs.
I could have said, you could have told me it was mass specs earlier. It's taken me ages to learn that. But what is it? What do you do?
The actual machine that we manufacture parts for, you might have seen them on NCIS or CSI, or scientists use them to measure samples, blood samples, oil samples, soil samples.
Okay. And highly accurate.
Yes, highly accurate. I'm stuck myself now.
No, that's all right, because I've already checked this. I understand it's one in a quadrillion, which is 10 to the power of 15. So, but the parts you're manufacturing for this machine, they're consumable parts, is that right?
Yes, consumable parts. We manufacture sample cones and skimmer cones, which work on the business end of the actual mass specs.
So to manufacture these cones, you just bought your latest Citizen Miyano BNJ 42.
Yes, basically we wanted to improve the process by improving the surface finish, having a rigid machine to do that. The ability of having two collets or two chucks means the transfer from spindle 1 to spindle 2, we can improve concentricity.
So twin spindle, twin turret, in terms of tooling on the turrets?
Yeah, turret 1, we've got 12 positions, but on some of the positions we can double up, having having a centre drill and a drill in one, or two drills, two boring bars, turning tools, left hand or right hand, yeah.
So loads of flexibility. And then turret 2?
Turret 2's got 8 positions, 4 of those are driven. Yeah, double up again, I think.
Right, so double it up on both, so a lot of flexibility, loads of tools. You also mentioned in terms of boring and things like that, doing some really tiny bores on the component.
Yeah, the hole sizes that we bore down to could be anything 0.5 mil, 0.5.
So what about the controls?
We've got a FANUC control. I've always enjoyed using FANUC.
It ties in with the rest of the machines you've got here as well?
Yes, all the other machines are FANUC.
Now, I mean, just looking at the machine, as we know, these machines are really rigid, stable machines. Tiny footprint?
Yes, very small footprint, it's great.
In terms of machining, you're doing some quite tricky materials, I understand.
Yes, nickel. Most of our SolidWorks are machined out of nickel.
So how has this machine helped machining that?
Oh, basically, being a solid machine, it's allowed you to take a bigger cut and leaving you a better surface finish.
So you mentioned it's a powerful, rigid machine. What about the thermal growth, though?
It's not a problem. It has sensors on it to monitor it, so it keeps our tolerances in.
So, as in the name, ICPMS Cones, can you talk me through the actual product then and the manufacture of it, please?
Yeah, we manufacture a cone out of a billet, a nickel billet, and we end up with a cone.
Oh, you make it sound simple. So what's the actual process you're doing here?
On the front spindle, we bore out and we drill, and then it picks it up with the second spindle and machines the front.
Nice and simple. But in terms of the actual bore that you're putting in there, how small is that?
The hole sizes go down to 0.5.
Okay, so really small, accurate. Do you have any problem though in terms of swarf ingress there?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of trouble with the actual swarf building up around the tool, and that's why with the Miyano we've actually opted for the high pressure coolant, which blasts.
Brilliant. So, I mean, a massive smile on your face, so it's obviously working really well.
It works really well.
Okay. Now, on the back side of the actual component as well, you've got some radius there, is that right?
Yeah, there are slight radiuses down to two angles and into a small, like, drilled reamed hole.
Okay. Now, the point of buying this machine, it's improved cycle times, improved finishes.
It's incredibly how much it's improved. The cycle times could have been half an hour. Now we're down to 12-15 minutes.
Oh, that's a massive cycle time reduction.
It's great. It's great. With the Miyano again, just the ability to transfer from one spindle to the other spindle. Concentricity is quite important, well, really important for us. With being able to drill and ream in one operation, fantastic.
Richard, you clearly love this machine for all sorts of reasons, the turret, twin spindle, the controls. The list is almost endless. What's next, though?
Oh, I think we might be going after another one, I think.
There you go. Nice little endorsement. Citizen Miyano machine at ICPMS Cones.